Welcome back, everybody. Isaac here, and Lich is behind me. He's not too talkative right now. He's feeling a little under the weather. Hopefully he will get better. Ooh, boy. Oh. It is uber late. Well, not quite. But we must solve the mystery of the Major's murder. Even though he was a douche. A noticeable, almost sinister chill can be felt upon entering.
This is Mr. Hagen's study, Detective. Would you like me to stay?
I understand if you are not comfortable with such a scene.
Don't you worry, Detective. I've seen much worse in my years.
I am thankful to have someone of your resilience by my side.
I just can't believe someone could have killed him in cold blood. Is that what you think happened?
Probably.
I admire your faith in your fellow man, but you will be surprised what someone will do when they feel there is no other option.
Did any members of the staff have access to this office?
Mr. Hagen does not allow any staff into the study, and they were all present in the staff quarters, or part of the dinner service.
And everyone was accounted for?
Everyone. It is my business to know all my staff's whereabouts.
Tell me about the phone call the Major received.
Yeah. It was one of his business associates.
Do you know what associate?
He didn't say. I think he was French. The accent still confuses me sometimes.
And did the Major sound any different to you? Panicked, anxious, anything out of the ordinary?
Not that I noticed. I think he was embarrassed about ending up on the floor after Master Gideon's one punch. I would be.
Your help and discretion in this matter are greatly appreciated.
Time to explore the crime scene. Someone stabbed him. And beat his face up. I was brought here to find the blackmailer, but discovering the truth behind the Major's death must take precedence. Now we can look at a note is stuffed on this side of the seat. You do not know me, but I know you and your very past you very well. Years have passed and your actions remain hidden to the world, actions that would shame even the evilest of men. The details so heinous to include them would surely bring a tear to my eye. Now is the time for the truth to be revealed to all, while not one man is to blame for the final outcome. It was you that brought about the final piece to the puzzle, the one that no one else would. If you wish to remain a free man, fill a brown paper parcel with 5,000 francs addressed to Monsieur Dupont, to Barber and Sons Cobblers before closing this coming Wednesday. While there is time to consider your move. I would not ponder on it for too long. When the world knows of your crimes, it will certainly not ponder long on your punishment.
Oh.
Someone burned the carpet. Ho, my eye spies a mark. If it was something old.
Oh.
So obviously not robbery. What could have caused a damp patch on the floor? Something broken. Or it simply could have been. Or it could be the ice bucket. The snow continues to bellow in. Why this window has been left open, I cannot fathom. Clearly it wasn't used by the burglar, or else there would be footprints in the snow. It does not look though as if anything obvious is missing from it.
This will not get me any... Magnifique.
Indeed, it would have to have been the ice bucket. Besides the major. It was overturned.
Is there something?
No.
Come, my little Grace Alice.
No, that's not it either, I think.
I must act on thought and fact.
Wait.
I must take a different approach if I am to uncover the truth. Order and method. That is... another success. The pieces of the puzzle are
The obvious items of value is why would the killer not take such a reward? Because it wasn't about murder. It wasn't about money.
I cannot see the logic in this.
And this
I must take a different approach if I am to...
Come on, little grey sails, think. Perhaps the evidence...
I cannot see the logic in this. What a revelation!
If someone had gone to the lengths of scaling the wall, they would surely have taken some valuables. So it's not a burglary, yeah. It had to have been somebody inside the room. Or inside the house at the very least. That is interesting. No sign of forced entry.
I must act on Some would say a lucky
Haha!
guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Evidence shows that the fight of sorts broke out sometime after the killer entered the room, unobstructed. So the door from the bedroom and the study was how the perpetrator entered the room. But what I still do not know, were they invited or did they slip in unknown?
Anything I can do to help, Detective? Rihanna brought him some ice for his cheek earlier.
And when was that?
When he returned from his cigar outside, he asked for something to be brought upstairs to ease the swelling of his face. He would normally smoke only in here. Lady Vandenbosch doesn't like the smell of his cigars in the public rooms.
Madame continues to rule her home how she sees fit, and it is her prerogative.
Your help and discretion in this matter are greatly appreciated.
Now that I know the Major was not alone, it is time to search the study further in hopes of finding a clue as to who was with him. The scene of the crime has been investigated, but it does not show a straightforward series of events. The circumstances around the Major's cigar is one such an avenue that requires further explanation. A reasonably full ashtray. I would have expected him to at least clean this out. The discarded towel pulled it unused. Matchbox. No matches remain. Oh, I think I know this suit. A scruffy-looking jacket is hanging upon the coat. The Major's scabbard is hanging in the pocket. Oh, fireplace. It is incredibly dirty. The logs are old and covered in dust. The poker stand. A normal-looking poker stand. Nothing appears out of the ordinary. Oh, the desk. A rather organized desk containing what looks like important documents. So, we have many to do.
Is there something I...
No, not those two.
Come, my little grey cells.
Or could be the half-smoked cigar and the burnt mark on the rug.
I should not be
Yes,
surprised by
that
my
would be
own
correct.
experience.
The Major was smoking recently. Surprisingly, they dropped his cigar. What would a lit cigar have to do with it? Clean, sharp. But it's not the most practical weapon to inflict the Major's wounds. Moldy logs? Ugh, those do not smell nice.
This will not get me any... Order and method. That... Things are
The
beginning
major
to
stab
become-
wound. The major's knife is missing. His body is lines with the stab wound. It could very well have been the murder weapon.
I must take a different approach if I am... This will not get me any...
No.
Is there something... Some would say a lucky guess.
I don't know
would
how
say a
those
moment
two
of
would be.
genius. I cannot see the logic
No.
in...
What am I thinking?
Anything I can do?
For a house that has such high standards, there is a notable lack
As
taken
I
care
said,
of.
Mr. Hagen did not allow the staff in here alone. Besides me. He was very clear on that.
So somebody had a
given him reason to not trust them?
Nothing has ever been brought to my attention. But he was very clear no one was to be in here without his permission.
I suppose it is not unreasonable. I would have thought with his military past he would have kept it immaculate, with not a speck of dust or hair out of place. But the fireplace, for instance, says otherwise.
I haven't seen it lit since he has been with us. Even in the colder months. It's been in this state for some time.
Your help and discretion in...
Maybe he's hiding something in the fireplace. It's a good possibility. Unused?
Come, my little grey cells. Magnifique. I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Someone lit the major cigar.
must act on thought. The pieces
The killer
of
must have
puzzle
lit the
are finally
cigar.
coming together.
The Major knew his killer.
Order and method. Come, my little
No.
gray cells. Order and method. That... What a revelation!
The crime scene has been tampered with. The killer had enough time to cover their tracks.
Another success.
Yep. There's currently no way to rule out the poker being the murder weapon.
I cannot see the logic in this. I must act on thought and fact. This will not get me any closer. Things are beginning to become clearer.
The Major knew his... They lit the Major's cigar following the brutal act of murder. Took the time to clean the scene. They were not in a hurry and can still be in the house. How could they remain so? Come, my little gray cells, let us solve this mystery. I was not expecting to have a murder case on my hands when I arrived, but this will merely be another test for the great Detective Poirot.
Anything I can do to help, Detective?
I believe I've collected all the necessary information and evidence. I would now like to inspect
As
his
you wish.
adjoining room. It's clear from the reason for entering the Major's study was not to make haste with his valuables. What I must understand is if the intent was murder there. The study has been manipulated following the Major's deaths, meaning that they had time to return to the scene and attempt to cover their tracks. The perpetrator entered through the bedroom. Perhaps there is something they failed to clean up behind them that makes sense of this. I should review what clues the study yielded before I continue. Felix, I understand there are a number of business concerns for you in the situation that has arisen within the factories. But I offer thee a piece of advice. Step back. Monsieur Becker's efforts with the union will finally open the workers' eyes, and they demand the fair treatment they deserve so long. The fuel for the fire has already been laid, and the match is already ready to struck. You do not want to be near those flames when they ignite. I know you were once a good, honorable man. I pray that you are still true today. It seems that Madame van den Bosch's heart is a trophy worth fighting over. Mr. Major Hagen, I hope you excuse my bluntness in plain speaking, but there's a matter regarding Madame van Bosch that not only requires our attention, but a level of understanding and respect between us both. I am fully aware of the help that you have offered not only to Madame, but her family and household. I am also aware that you know of the assistance that I have given to Madame and the Viscount before her. We were friends and business partners, and I felt my duty to continue to give aid and keep the Van den Bosch name at the standing it has always been. Having said that, it is not always as simple to keep business and personal matters separate. And this is how I find myself today. Cassandra and I share a bond that does not experienced often in their lifetime. No doubt you have felt similar, but whim must be lust to one man is love to another. Royal respect to you for your efforts in the war, and the generosity you have shown to Madame. I must request you step back from what you consider to be your duties at the house, and allow for Madame to make her choice. The choice that I believe is obvious to all parties. I trust this correspondence remains for the eyes only, and a gentleman's agreement is enough to guarantee our arrangement. So someone is after Madame van den Bosch's heart. I guess she's not as much of an ice queen as one might think. Major F. Hagen, I did not think I would ever find myself writing such a letter such as this, but under the current circumstances I see no other option. Madame van den Bosch and I have been friends for more years than I can say. That is why I can no longer sit back and allow your bullying to continue. I am well aware of the companionship you have offered to my good friend over the years. It has been most generous, and without it I care not to think what would have happened to her. But that does not give you the opportunity to act in such a foul and boorish manner. The day the Viscount passed, I promised that I would protect both Cassandra and Angeline, and it is a promise I will keep. You were once a major in the British Armed Forces, but your actions have mirrored that of drunken fools who hold no place in the society, let alone our Madame's house. Please do not bother yourself with a response. There is not a question that requires an answer. Only a hope that you see your errors and adjust them accordingly. A drinker's globe. So basically a globe with booze in it. Got it. So what we do know now is the Major had been making some enemies here and there. People who didn't want him near the house.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together. I must take a different approach. Is there something? I must act on thought. Things are beginning to become clear.
That was written by Gideon.
This will not get me any closer to my... Some would say a lucky guess.
Aha! So, could it be a Shashel woman?
Certainly. What do you need? The male guests, I believe, he knows in a business capacity, but I'm afraid that's all I know.
Hang on.
I will add, he has not always been the easiest man to get along with.
Thank you, Roll Master, for these chocolate-covered espresso beans.
You are talking from personal experience of working for him.
I am head butler to the Vandenbosch family in their home. He has made himself comfortable, but to me he still remains a guest.
How much do you know of the Major's time in the army?
As soon as he found out my father was in the army, his stories never stopped.
I am sure an officer of his rank must have many a tale.
A tale is a fitting description. Not so much a pinch of salt, more like a bag is needed listening to them. You've lost me, detective?
I struggle to believe they were both helping her out of the kindness of their hearts. Could they have been fighting for the Madame's affection?
Ah, that didn't take you long to spot.
Nope.
Your help and discretion in this matter. I must take a different approach. I cannot see the logic in this. What a revelation!
Haha.
Magnifique. Is there something?
Well, I mean, the most obvious is the killer may still be in the building.
Another success. I never...
Probably is one of the guests, yes. Is there anything else for us to discover? No?
Certainly. What do you need?
There's nothing further for me to investigate in here. Would you kindly gather the guests for me?
As you wish.
The man wasn't liked. Chapter 4. The Interrogations.
The guests are waiting for you, Detective. I informed them of what has happened, but divulged no details.
There goes my opportunity to catch them one of them off guard, no matter. I have more than one weapon in my army.
Madame Vandenbosch is here also.
She's in her room with Miss Angeline. It may be better to speak with them privately tomorrow.
Oh, I heard a thump. It is a lich. How's your tea, lich? You need to get you some new hot tea? Yes. I'll have to heat up the water again. Give me a minute, everyone. I must tend to our sick friend. Alright, I'm back.
Oui, merci. I shall come find you again once my questioning is complete.
Guest alibis are my priority. Once I can confirm their whereabouts this evening, I can understand who had opportunity. Indeed.
I'm afraid our conversation is of a more formal nature this time.
So the Major was murdered?
It appears
Probably.
You can't think that I did it, though.
I will be questioning everyone over the course of the evening, and your cooperation will certainly speed up that process.
I was here in the salon, minding my own business, enjoying my own company.
Minding your business from whom?
Comtesse, what's her name, and my brother. Apart from wanting to congratulate him for a great right hook, there was nothing I had to say to her.
Comtesse de Vos. And they will both confirm you were here?
If she had taken a moment to notice anything besides herself, she will tell you I was here the whole time.
I think that is all for now. Merci for your... Bonsoir, Monsieur Beckers. Merci for speaking with me.
Monsieur Poirot, or should it be Detective Poirot now?
Detective Poirot is perfect. Merci. I would like to begin with a few questions.
Go right ahead, Detective Poirot. I took great pleasure in seeing the Major's ego as well as his face take a bruising, and then I made my way to the library.
Where you spoke with Mademoiselle Conrad.
And yourself? Yes.
We were the only two that you spoke with.
One of the servants brought me a drink, and I was telling her about the benefits of joining a union. She didn't understand what it truly meant to be a part of something. Something bigger than just her. I was trying to explain to her how...
Monsieur.
Oh, yes, it was just the two of you, and the servant.
And you are sure there was no one else present?
I'm not sure what you're getting at, Detective. You were there.
Merci, Monsieur Beckers. It has been a... Monsieur de Silva, merci for obliging me.
A detective comes to a party and a dead body shows up. Coincidental, don't you think?
A man's death is not a matter to joke on, monsieur.
Who said anything about a joke? I am saying what I see.
Then perhaps you can tell me what it was you saw this evening.
Following whatever that was in the hall, I moved to the library.
Is there anyone that can confirm that?
Miss Conrad and Beckers were in there, arguing about something. The books held my interest far more than their conversation.
You did not speak with them until dinner was served?
I had no reason to get involved with their little spat. It was clear they didn't want me to hear, and that suited me just fine.
Merci for your cooperation.
So Gideon.
Monsieur Demir, I am sorry your celebrations have taken a rather dark turn.
As am I, Detective. I hope we will be able to bring this investigation to an end post-haste.
With your cooperation, I will do my very best.
I was here in the salon. I thought I would have a moment of peace to calm myself. But the Comtesse and my brother followed behind.
Did they inquire into the reasons behind the fight in the hall?
Well, why would his brother inquire about the reason? It was over the cigar.
They both saw it as some light entertainment, more than anything else.
Sorry, everyone. Make sure that everything was
The
turned off
Comtesse
from
does not
heating the
strike
water.
me as one to enjoy violence.
And not so much violence, but karma for the Major, perhaps. You did not hear how he spoke to my wife-to-be. She is still rather upset about the whole thing.
If you would be so kind as to stay here, I may require your help further.
So he said something very uncouth to her that she did not like.
Mademoiselle Conrad, I am sure you understand the delicate nature of the situation.
I knew I had seen your face before. You were just an officer when that story hit the paper.
You have a très bon memory, mademoiselle. That was a long time ago.
That is a very
You can't escape
upset-looking
the past,
Poirot.
especially when you go and do something like that.
That is very true, but one can learn from it and create a better future.
What would you say to an
Please, mademoiselle. Catching the Major's killer is my sole concern right now. Now, if you would be so kind, I have some questions for you.
I arrived, unpacked my bags in my room, and made it downstairs just in time to see the Major take a right hook from Gideon. And then I went to check out the library.
And joined by Monsieur Beckers.
And Ernesto, or Monsieur Silver, as you say. But after he ignored my attempt at pleasantries, I left him to his book in the corner.
And your conversation with Monsieur Beckers that I interrupted.
You are a persistent one, aren't you? Makes sense now I know who you really are. You'll just have to wait and read about it in the paper like everyone else.
You have been most helpful. I request you do not go too far. Merci. Countess, I am sorry our next conversation must be under such formal circumstances.
It is not the first time Felix has ruined a good party.
The current state of tonight's celebrations is the least of my priorities, Countess.
It's not the first time the Major has ruined a good party, Lich. Like I said, everybody, Lich is a little sick, so... They have hot water ready. I'm letting him cool for a little bit so you can have him some warm tea.
Perhaps then we should proceed with my questions and you can get back to celebrating.
It would be my pleasure, chérie. I did. I thought by staying in one place, it would be easy for the staff to bring me my drinks. How wrong I was.
And who else was present in here?
The handsome groom-to-be and his brother, although Zachariah, is it, made a rather sharp exit at one stage.
Sure.
Did he say where he was going?
He barely said 2 words to either of us. I think he was more concerned with his drink.
Merci, Countess. Order and method. I should not be surprised by my own skill.
Confirm each other's alibi.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
Yep.
Come, my little Grace. This will not get me any... The pieces of the puzzle are... Come, my little grey cells. Order and method. That is... Is there something I am... Magnifique. I must take a different approach if I am to... What a revelation! I cannot see the logic in this. I must act on thought and... This will not get me any closer.
Ah, here we go.
Another success.
Let's talk to Hugo.
Whatever you required. I know you are probably used to dealing with criminals, but not everyone is trying to hide something.
I hope for your sake that you do not hide anything from me.
What is it you think I'm hiding?
I struggle to believe you did not know of Monsieur da Silva's presence in the library.
Is that what this is about? I saw him hiding in the corner, pretending to read. I'd be surprised if he even could. I did not speak to him, and he certainly didn't make any attempt to speak with me.
Monsieur Demire invited you here to speak with him. You didn't see that as a fitting time too?
I was speaking with Jacqueline, and quite frankly, I was in no mood to be dealing with that man.
Merci, Monsieur Beckers.
That man is sitting like right over to the corner there, buddy.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would...
Hugo and Ernesto now confirm each other's own.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of...
I'm an open book, Poirot. I told you already. I was here in the salon.
And you did not leave even once.
Well, I had to use the bathroom. I didn't realize I had to update you every time nature called.
You may keep your calls of nature to yourself, merci. And then you returned to the salon?
If you don't believe me, ask Arch.
I think that is all for now.
I shall do that indeed. We must ask
Can
the
you confirm
Archibald.
seeing Monsieur Demire in the hall this evening?
Zachariah, yes. I was on my way with a bottle of whiskey to the Major. He shouted a rather ignorable greeting to me and asked for directions to the bathroom.
I presume you showed...
Aye, detective. I showed him to the hall bathroom. I didn't think it was wise to attempt the stairs, not in that state.
Yes, I took him to the bathroom like a little boy.
Things are beginning to become clearer. Another success. I never doubted myself.
Which leaves one person. Or rather two that have no alibi. The Comtesse And the mademoiselle.
I'm an open book.
Did you speak
Why
with the
would
major
I?
this evening?
I've got nothing to say to him, except maybe to keep his hands off what is ours.
What is yours that he could want?
Money, of course. Why do you think he has been suckling at the Van den Bosch teat for so long? He's bled them dry, and now they will all do the same to our money.
Our?
My father's, Gideon's, it's all the same. When you have not been on level playing fields for years, it's hard to have a fair game.
I am afraid I do not quite understand.
If we're playing golf, he has a full set of clubs and a caddy in the form of my father, and I have the old split putter. Make sense now?
Perfect. I think that is all for now.
Whatever you require. I know that I don't think, or didn't think, a great deal of him. I'm just sorry I didn't get the chance to tell him what I thought.
The man has recently been murdered.
Someone must stand up to men like him, with their crooked dealings and lack of, well, any compassion at all.
Another rousing speech, monsieur.
It's the truth. If you knew what I know, maybe he wouldn't be dead, but behind bars instead. Yes, Gideon invited me. If you will recall from our previous conversation, we have been working together and he thought now would be a good time to discuss matters.
To discuss business at the celebration of his engagement.
We're all here, so what better time? He thought Da Silva might even let his guard down if he was in a more jubilant mood. It would be wise to not continue to ignore us any longer.
And what business was it that was so urgent?
We're trying to resolve the worker strikes. It has gone on long enough. Now is the time for him to listen to our demands so we can put an end to it all. Put the violence and upset behind us. Anger, yes, but that's all. I wouldn't kill a man.
You must see why this leads me to have suspicions.
You can't honestly think I did it. I am a man of peace. I make changes with words, not with violence.
I barely mentioned the major, and Monsieur Becker became rather flustered and defensive.
I am fighting for the basic rights of our workers, nothing more. If he can't see that, he is a lesser man than I already thought.
And where does Monsieur Gideon fit into the negotiations? And his brother?
His brother? I didn't even know he had a brother until I arrived here. Gideon certainly hasn't talked much about him. I get the sense there's not much love lost between them. Last I saw, he was outside having a cigar.
Oui, I spoke with him myself, but that was some time ago.
He does love a cigar. You'd have to stand out in those conditions. I could barely see him through the snow.
Merci, Monsieur Becker.
Hugo has turned on the major. Gideon is trying to start negotiations. Hugo claims to have calmed down. Dr. Zachariah.
I'm an open book.
Your relationship with your brother. It seems everyone has an opinion.
Doesn't surprise me, and yet no one actually asks.
I am asking now.
I should have expected that, shouldn't I? What is there to say? We used to be close, but not so much anymore.
I would find it very helpful if you could at least elaborate on your relationship.
He went to school, got an education, and was the apple of our father's eye. I went to war. See the difference now.
I got shot at, got PTSD, and, well, nobody gave a shit about my existence afterwards. Monsieur has again mentioned his time in the war. While I do not mean to belittle his effort for his country, it seems as though he has not been able to leave that life behind on the battlefield.
I think that is all for now. Merci for your time.
Shell shock, as it was once referred to, is not something that you get over easily.
Felix, I didn't know him that well. We spoke a handful of times. I met him through Cassandra. I thought him to be rather pompous.
But you remained polite, as any gentleman would.
Of course.
The negative opinion of the Major is rather ubiquitous. I'm yet to meet someone with a particular positive view of him.
What is there to say?
Well, I mean, he was an asshole.
Remarkable. And I admire her.
It sounds as though you hold her in the highest regard.
Well, we know he wants to bang her.
Shouldn't I?
Sorry, marry her.
These days could take a leaf out of her book on how to present themselves. He had approached me about doing some business together. I like to know who I'm getting into bed with first.
And you both went ahead with your business venture.
Not so much a business venture, more security related. But there is no need to discuss that any further.
Is there something you wish to remain hidden about your partnership, monsieur?
It was far from a partnership. I hired him to run security at my factories. If the workers were going to get violent, I wanted to make sure I was ready to protect my property. That is correct.
And the reason for your support was always of a purely platonic nature.
If you're trying to insinuate that I was expecting something in return, you can remove your head from the gutter.
I meant no offense. I'm only trying to understand the dynamic of your relationship. Merci for your cup.
No trouble at all. How can I help? I knew of him more than actually knowing him myself. In the past, he made his feelings towards my brother and I quite clear.
And that
He was a
not
douche.
in a positive way.
I certainly wouldn't call trying to get Angeline to postpone the engagement positive. What do you mean?
I do not mean to pry, only I imagine the whole room was aware of his celebrating with a bottle.
You must be mistaken. Neither my brother nor I drink. We aren't the closest, but what brothers are?
I would argue that many are.
We've lived very different lives. Our priorities are different. He does not see things the way I do. There isn't much more to say.
This is clearly more to uncover here. I shall return to the matter when I feel that it is required to get the answers.
I have lent my voice to some discussions. I have tried to facilitate meetings. Just positive support.
Does that positive support include sending letters to those on the opposing side?
Detective Poirot, I'm not sure what you think I have done.
Monsieur, a letter has been found threatening the Major of what might happen if he does not act promptly, and now he has wound up dead.
You think my sending him a letter, warning him not to get involved, means I murdered him?
At this time, it is certainly reason for me to be suspicious.
I have been funding the strikes, Detective. These men deserve fair treatment, and a wage that fits the hard work they undertake every single day. The Major didn't see that. All he cared about was the money for his services, and that is all I care to discuss.
If you would be so kind.
So he wasn't doing it to be a dick.
You came to the right place. I know that he was not the good and honest man he liked to think he was.
In what sense?
If you spoke to him for longer than 5 minutes, you'd know. I've met people in dark alleys I trust before him.
And on the occasions when you did speak with him, what was discussed?
I'm sorry, Poirot. If you're looking for a deep-seated secret between me and him, you're going to be disappointed. That man has got some real anger issues. I get why he's frustrated. He's trying his best for the workers, but holding on to rage like that, something's gonna burst.
Man suppressing his anger and body. The most amateur detective could see the detection.
If you think you can use me as some sort of gossip machine, you are sorely mistaken.
I can assure you it is not a case of gossiping. At this point, everything may be relevant to my investigation.
So I would be helping you potentially solve a crime? You should have said that off the bat. To say he's smitten is an understatement. I reckon he's been wanting her for years.
I see.
Doesn't look like it. If she did, she would have said something about it, right?
You have been most happy.
I am all yours, detective. Why would I actively choose to speak to that wretched man?
You were quite adamant of your protection of Madame. If he was as awful as you portrayed him to be, there must have been some words spoken, or perhaps written?
He was quite aware of how I felt towards him, and the lengths he has gone to remain close to the family. That is all that needs to be said.
I must admit, I would not want to be on the receiving end of your tongue's wrath, Countess.
Wise thinking, detective. I imagine she would have shed a tear for him, but she should not waste any more.
You don't think she would? Or you don't want her to?
I have made it quite clear what I think of that man, alive or dead. I would not want her to waste anything further on him. What of it?
Do you believe there was something more to their friendship?
As I have said, detective, I am not one to gossip.
I would not even consider your name and that word in the same sentence.
Because it is not gossip when it's the truth. Why else do you think he would stay around for so long? Yes, he was a friend and partner to the Viscount, but it is plain to see it is Cassandra's partnership he longs for. He was a disgusting leech that was driven only by money and power, like most men.
I can assure you not all men are concerned with such egotistical wealth.
That may be, but they are few and far between. I believe you are a special case, Detective Poirot.
It is not the first time I have been described in such a way.
Embrace the compliment, Detective. You have set yourself apart from the horrid crétins that seem to somehow make their way into positions of authority and power.
And that is
because
what
they're horrid
You are finally
assholes.
seeing the man he
They
was,
get their way into
a
power.
weak and self-indulgent social climber.
Merci, Countess.
So a lot of people did not like him. Well, we've already figured that one out.
Come, my little Grace. Is there something I... The pieces of the puzzle are finally... I must take a different approach if I am to uncover the truth. Magnifique.
Magnifique indeed.
More questions?
Mademoiselle Conrad was quick to talk of your hidden feelings towards her. Perhaps only hidden to Madame Van den Bosch herself.
What has this got to do? There may be some feelings there, but Madame Van den Bosch does not know of them, and I trust that it will remain that way.
Merci.
Being
You came to the right
paroled,
place.
like, comes in its place.
I don't know if you really would. She's got a mouth the size of Texas, except when it comes to truths about her. She wants everyone to think that she's the savior of these girls at the shelter. But there's a side to her I don't think anyone gets to see.
And what side?
One that she is keeping tucked away under her very expensive dress.
You have been most helpful.
Let's talk to the drunk Zachariah.
I'm an open... If you want to know about Gideon's part...
So, you are aware of his support for them?
Yes, well, he...
Oui, monsieur?
It'd be best to just ask him.
I think that is all fun.
No trouble at all.
I'd like to
I
talk
believe
more
there are
about
more
really.
important matters at hand than...
The murderer is in this house. And by holding back information that may help my investigation, you only make me suspicious of your involvement. Monsieur Demire, if you continue to withhold information, I can only assume you are hiding something, and must treat you as a prime suspect in the Major's murder.
I have nothing to hide. If you must know, we have not been on the best terms for years now. As I said, we are different people. He does not see the importance of planning for the future. And as much as my parents tried, they could not make him see that. I suppose...
He still believes that now.
I assume so.
Yeah?
We barely talk anymore. I was hoping we would be able to sit down and talk, and leave the past behind. This evening has not panned out that way.
If you would be so kind
Yeah,
as to...
yeah, you know, murder tends to screw up trying to glue things back together with you, bro.
What a revelation! I cannot see the logic in this. Order and method. That is the... must act on thought and...
Why would these have a link?
I should not be surprised by my own skill.
Zachariah's got a conflicting attitude. Oh, yeah.
I am all yours, detective.
Countess, you gave me the impression the Major and the Madame were close. But there were times where he acted rather aggressively to her, n'est-ce pas?
I am sorry, detective, but I did... Ever the charmer, detective. I would talk more on it, but I'm afraid Cassandra would think I am talking... It is not often I am swayed so easily. I applaud you on your willingness and persistence. From day one, I was wary of his intentions. And it was not long before he showed his true colors.
Oh, is he a woman beater?
It should be one of joy that he is out of her life.
I understand your feelings towards the Major, but perhaps...
He was a bully. He took his shortcomings out on her, and she sat there and accepted it. I never thought I would see the day. Perhaps now she will be able to see the man he truly was. Karma will always catch up to you.
Merci, Countess. If I have any further questions...
By being a silver-tongued Poirot. Like, I didn't think to find so many like-minded thinkers. Yeah, the Major was an asshole. No one liked him. At all.
My time with the guests is complete. For tonight, at least.
Do you know who killed Major Hagen?
I am afraid it is not as simple as that. There are many steps that lead to the truth. I must think on everything I have heard this evening and dissect the truths from the lies. Merci for your assistance this evening. Au revoir.
I came here to sell blackmail. What did I get? Murder!
Some would say a lucky guess. Magnifique. This will not get me any closer to... Is there something... Come, my little grey cells. I should not be surprised by my own... things are beginning to become clearer. I cannot see the logic in this. I must act on thought and...
What am I missing?
Order and method. That...
These two. Yeah, that would make
Some would
sense.
say a lucky guess. Entrez.
Detective, I'm sorry I did not join you in the salon as requested.
Please, mademoiselle. There is no need to apologize.
I was with Maman in her room. She would not allow anyone to see it, but I could see she was terribly upset.
Most understandable.
Do you have any suspicions as to who?
I'm afraid my suspicions extended across all of the party's guests. While it seems as though their alibis all corroborate one another's, the disdain and hostility towards the Major makes them rife with motive.
I know there was some bad blood between the Major and some of the guests, but not enough to kill him, surely. She may seem tough on the exterior, but she's really quite kind when you get to know her.
The Countess? She is a formidable force I would not want to come up against.
Don't be silly, Detective. She wouldn't hurt a soul. Jacqueline, I mean. I assume that's who you were talking about, Detective, after what happened between them.
That is a story I have yet to hear.
She must have told you about the piece she was writing on us, about Gideon's work and our marriage.
Somehow that was the only thing she did not mention.
That's strange. I thought that is what she would have started the conversation with. Well, she had come to the house to interview me, and when I entered the library, she was there with Felix amid a rather heated conversation.
Do you know what this conversation regarded?
I'm afraid not, but Felix was quite enraged. He picked up an envelope from the table and stormed out, slamming the door behind him.
And Mademoiselle Conrad?
She was equally heated in the moment. She had a few choice words for him that I wouldn't care to repeat. I'm sorry, but I just can't imagine any of them committing such a heinous crime.
It can often be hard to look past one's personal feelings for someone and see their flaws.
It's not that, Detective. It's just they have known each other for years. Why would any of them act now?
I was under the impression the Major had merely a business relationship with some of the guests.
That's true. But those invited know each other, some of them for years. They may not seem like it, but some are even friends. Better, thank you, Detective. She's resting in her room. It is the best place for her.
And you, mademoiselle?
I'm not quite sure. It is a rather surreal feeling. I did not...
It is understandable. He has been a close friend to your maman for many years.
And to me, Detective. We had grown close. After Father's passing, he was always there for me. And now, he's gone as well.
You must try and not think on it.
It is easier said than done, Detective.
I have no doubt, but you can be assured, The culprit will not remain at large for long. You have my word.
I should return to my room now, Detective. It has been a trying day for us all.
Oui, mademoiselle. I am afraid tomorrow may bear a resemblance, but I will not stop until I have found his killer.
I am certainly glad you are here, Detective.
When and where a detective is required, that is where I shall be. Bonne nuit, mademoiselle. I must take a different approach if I am... What a revelation! Another success. The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming. What a revelation!
Multiple guests may be responsible. Ho ho! Alright, everyone. I think this is a good place for us to stop for now. And I will see you guys next video. Thanks for everyone for watching. And I will see you next video. Stay safe, my friends. And if you haven't subscribed, please do that. It definitely helps us. Leave a like and a comment. Definitely will help us in the algorithm. And we'll see you next time. Stay safe.